to be a part of this team. Thank you.
Chenango Forest Board of Education regular meeting, July 1st, 2021. Erin, will you please conduct roll call?
Amy O'Brien.
Here.
Mary Collins.
Here.
Michael Vavra.
Here.
Lynn Lockwood.
Here.
And Christine Love.
Here.
We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 1.3, oath of newly elected board member. Welcome, Christine Webb. Oh, we're not doing the oath. Okay, all right. 2.1, election of Board of Education president. Okay, recommended. So may I have a nomination?
I nominate Amy O'Brien.
A second. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Love.
Aye.
Motion passed. 2.2, election of Board of Education vice president. We have a motion.
I nominate Lynn.
I second the nomination. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Love.
And welcome, Mr. Gray Stevens. Good to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
2.6, I don't even need to. Okay. All right, 2.5. Appointment of legislative committee member of the district. So it asks for nominations. The way we've typically done legislative committee in the past is the newbie goes on, and then the entire board is a backup if you can't make it. Are you comfortable with that?
Sure.
Oh. So-
This is what I asked you to
Not
help me
that
with.
Amy,
Yes.
I did it last year and I wouldn't mind doing it again this year if Christine is not comfortable.
No,
And-
it's fine. I just don't know what the
and-
rules are. The rule.
That's okay, but the other thing is that, there's another one on here, the voting delegate. Whoever's on the legislative committee should also be the voting delegate, because
Mhm.
during the legislative committee meetings, they talk about the voting
Yes.
stuff, so.
And I
Wanna do
definitely
that?
want to be on committees, so I'm not 100% sure what committees we have available.
Oh, we've
which
got more room for you.
Which ones that you guys think I would be best for based on my experience and my whole thing. So,
Mhm.
you know, I could say yes to this one and all of them, but, you know, I want to make sure you guys have enough time for stuff. So,
Okay,
but I just which one ever that you guys think I would be best suited for, I can respect that guidance from you guys as well.
okay. Want to do that then?
Yes.
Okay, so then I will nominate Lynn. A resolution that Lynn Lockwood be and is hereby appointed legislative committee member for the Broom County School Boards Association of this district to serve at the pleasure of the Board of Education during the 2021-2022 school year. I have a motion.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
I'll second.
Thank you, Chris. Christine, and discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Love.
All right.
Okay, motion passed. 2.6, appointment of alternate legislative committee member. In the past, this has been, yes, okay, all remaining board members. Upon motion that a resolution that all remaining board members be and hereby appointed alternate legislative committee member for the Broom County School Boards Association of this district to serve at the pleasure of the Board of Education during the 2021-2022 school year. Have a motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mary.
Second.
Thank you, Mike. Discussion.
You said it first.
Oh, Lynn? Okay, we'll go with Lynn. All right. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. 2.7, designate a trustee to the Broom, Tioga, Delaware Health Insurance Consortium.
I'd like to take that again.
Okay. I'll nominate Mary. A resolution that Mary Collins is a designated trustee from the Chenango Forks Central School District to the Broom, Tioga, Delaware Health Insurance Consortium for 2021, 2022 school year. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Thank you. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. 2.8, upon motion, a resolution that all remaining board members are designated as alternate trustees from the Chenango Forks Central School District to the Broom, Tioga, Delaware Health Insurance Consortium for the 2021, 2022 school year. Motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, 2.9, designate voting delegate for the New York State School Boards Association. I will nominate Lynn Lockwood.
Second.
All right, a resolution that Lynn Lockwood is designated as the voting delegate for the New York State School Boards Association for the 2021, 2022 school year.
I already seconded that, so motion.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how we do that. Okay. So should a motion? Second?
Motion. All right, I just need a second.
All right, we just need a second.
Second.
Thanks, Mike. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. 2.10. Upon motion, a resolution that all remaining board members are designated as the alternate voting delegate for the New York State School Boards Association for the 2021, 2022 school year. Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
2.11, upon motion, a resolution that the board hold its regular board meetings the second Thursday of the month at 6:30 PM in the middle school library, with special meetings as needed. July 1, reorganization meeting and regular meeting, August 12, September 9, October 14, November 11, Veterans Day, December 9, January 13, February 10, March 10, April 7, April 18. Special meeting, BT BOCES proposed administrative vote, May 5, budget hearing and regular meeting, May 17, budget vote, and June 9, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion.
I am going to be gone for about 10 days in August, and one of those days is going to be the 12th.
Okay.
Was wondering if it would be possible to move the meeting up a week. Because then it'll be 30 days from this meeting.
I can't do that week before,
You can't do the week.
and I
before.
can't do the 12th either, so.
Okay, good.
What about out, going out? Oh,
We
then
could-
you're not here.
that entire week, that first week of. How about this?
the third
How
week.
about if we were to go the last Thursday in July? That would take us 26, that's essentially 4 weeks. And then what I would suggest, what I've seen in other districts is that the board will then have a meeting toward the end of August. I mean, typically we have a resignation or we have a personnel issue that we've got to deal with toward the end of the month before school opens up. And the other issue we have coming up at that point in time is the ratification of the tax rolls. That has to be accepted by the board and approved before the tax bills can go out. So if we had a meeting whatever that last Thursday in July is.
Could we do it the last Tuesday of July, the 27th?
Yeah, I can't do the week that you're
Oh,
talking
you
about. Yeah, vacation.
The last week of
so,
July?
Yeah, no, the 17th through whatever. that week
How
is.
about July 27th, the Tuesday? Is that what you said you could do?
I have to get my calendar.
July 27th.
Are you gonna be gone that week?
No, so I'll be back by then.
Mike,
I'm free.
you're free?
I have to get my calendar up.
Okay.
Catherine's helping me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem. Okay,
So we're suggesting the 27th?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And did you also want to pick two dates? You want us to open?
Yeah, if we could take a look at in August, if we're going to be meeting that Tuesday, the 27th in July, we're going to want to have another meeting. Is the 26th of August
Yeah,
a date we could set?
I'm open.
I gotta get my calendar open.
Yeah, no, that's, the reason I'm suggesting that one is for the reasons that I had mentioned before, is that it's typical that at the end of August, just before school opens up, there are any number of things that can happen. And you've also got the tax, gonna have to get together for the tax rules anyway, and that would be about the time that would be coming due.
So this should just be like a special meeting, which could be all 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not, I don't anticipate it.
Right.
no, that would be our regular August meeting, not a special meeting.
I thought the regular August meeting was gonna be the 27th of July.
Oh, you're right, sorry.
Confusing me, Lynn.
I'm sorry.
It's getting a little confusing, yeah.
Our August meeting is in July.
September meeting.
Under what number? Just user. I don't have anything here. It's okay. I have no life and I'm pretty sure I have no vacations planned for those days anyway, but while we wait for me to open up the technology,
No problem.
I'm pretty sure that those dates are okay. I'm just a little concerned because I have work obligations also on those days. So, and since we're going from Thursdays to Tuesdays, I tried to block off my Thursdays. So,
Absolutely.
sorry, everybody.
That's okay, because now my computer's not working either, so.
What do you want? I have mine's connected. What do you need?
To get on my calendar.
What do you, where are you to get on it?
Well, I wonder, hold on. Because it's just our network, I'm able to get on other computers. I wonder if I can get on my calendar. Hold on.
For the internet? you mean?
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
It's
people
okay.
Problem.
Here, people at home, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, it's just Chenango Forks that's giving me trouble. Okay, I hope that's not a sign, everybody. Schedule, July 27th.
Tuesday.
Good after 4.
You good?
Yep.
All right.
So we're changing August 12th. We're scratching August 12th and changing it to July 27th.
What time?
Is six-
You're killing me.
6:30 okay? Okay, 6:30.
Come on, Mike, you can stay up late.
Oh, I stay up late.
And then we're also looking at,
August 26th, which is a Thursday.
That should be fine.
and so that will be a special meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
I am free. Thank
Okay,
you.
for this
All right.
date,
Sorry, guys.
Good.
do I leave
August
this 15 days?
26th.
Does that work? Relieve it? Okay. Okay, upon motion, a resolution that the board hold its regular board meetings the second Thursday of the month at 6:30 PM in the middle school library.
Can I
Special,
interrupt you for one second?
certainly.
We have a meeting on Veterans Day, November 11th.
That date is, if you want to change. that's why I
Is that a
put
Monday though? Is it normally it's Thursday, Thursday?
That is,
It's Thursday, yeah.
it's a Thursday.
That's fine. All right.
That's okay. With special meetings as needed. July 1, reorganization meeting and regular meeting. July 27, regular meeting. August 26th, special meeting. September 9, October 14, November 11, December 9, January 13, February 10, March 10, April 7, April 18, May 5, May 17, and June 9, 2022. Okay, so Mike had originally motioned, Lynn second. We had our discussion, so roll call.
Amy
Okay,
O'Brien,
aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra,
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, 2.12. Upon motion of resolution that the annual budget vote for the 2021-2022 school year.
Okay, I see what
I would just say 2020.
I see now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just the
so it should
years
be
are on
May,
there.
it should be May 17th, 2022.
May
May
what?
5th, 2022,
And what was the first one?
May 17th.
Upon motion of resolution that the annual budget vote for the 2021-2022 school year will be established for May 17th, 2022. The budget hearing will be May 5th, 2022. May I have motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien,
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye. All right, upon motion to approve 2.13 through 2.68.
2.68.
Are you sure? Okay.
The only thing is we'll need somebody to volunteer to be the audit committee member.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, so we have to pull that one out then, right?
It'll be 2.17.
No.
2.15.
You know what, let's just go. Okay, we'll do this. All right, upon motion to approve 2.13 and 2.14.
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn. Discussion? Roll call?
Amy O'Brien,
Aye.
Mary Collins,
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. 2.15, upon motion of resolution that the following be appointed to the CF District Audit Committee for the 2021-2022 school year. So we need
One board member.
one board member. Who would like to be on the audit committee?
That'd be fun.
I think it'd be perfect for you.
I would love it.
Okay.
What do you think? Good?
Okay.
Could be.
Okay, board member Christine Webb and district residents David Houlihan, Dave Curtis, Janelle Taylor, and Mark Petrino, business official. May I have a motion, please?
I think we double checked with them.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn. Roll call. I'm sorry, discussion? Roll call?
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
Christine Webb. Aye.
Motion passed. Okay. Upon motion to approve 2.16 through 2.68 as attached.
I have a question.
Okay.
Wait, can we do the motion or?
Yep, we'll do the motion and then do it during discussion.
Okay.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lynn. Discussion.
This non-resident tuition rate, why do we have that when we don't allow non-resident? Huh?
I would ask Mark.
That's a good question.
What number is that? 2.65.
265.
I think it's because we
District employee, oh, let me read it first.
Yeah, that's one of the bullets for employees.
2 point.
So if so employees have to pay this, they just need to come here. Oh,
We did this last year too, and I wish I could remember the answer.
We don't take any out of district students? No?
No, we just did
Just
that
have
last
that
year.
in 2000.
No.
I
we
think
just-
13.
That was just last year. we decided to do this.
It was a
It was
recommendation
like that.
from the district attorney, or
Yeah.
the district attorney, the school attorneys.
Oh, yeah.
What was that one?
265.
265.
Take out those bullets then. Forget about it.
If we still have to have an established rate, even if we're not.
You have to have an established rate, but there's a formula. You can calculate that and take your time. What I would be willing to do is to give our attorney a call and see if it's something we need to continue putting in. The only one I'd like to check, and Mark and I can maybe do that tomorrow.
You have those rates when you, not only for students, like, which we don't have, but you also have foster kids, and you have to bill the district, the original district.
That's true.
So that's where those rates come in.
Okay,
Okay, so they do need to be there.
Okay, good.
thank you,
Thanks,
Mark.
Mark.
Any other discussion on 2.16 or 2.68? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien,
Aye.
Mary Collins,
Aye.
Michael Vavra,
Hi.
Lynn Lockwood,
All right.
and Christine Webb.
Motion passed. Okay. 3.1, public comment.
Nobody signed up to speak.
Okay. And 4.1, superintendent's report.
Okay, just a few things. The ARP plan, we'll get that to you. That's the plan of the federal monies, I believe.
Mhm.
And there was a plan that was put together by the administration. I believe the board is aware, generally speaking, of what's in that. It had to be advertised and a notice had to go out today when that has been done. So what I would like to do is to send you a copy of it, so you have a copy of what that is. If you get asked any questions, then you'll have that in hand, so you have what that plan is. I received information from BOCES in the last couple of days that there's a charter bus that they put together for the NISBA conference in New York City. And if any of the board is planning on attending that, that's probably the thing to do, because driving in New York has become increasingly difficult and onerous. I know it's early yet, and I will be sending you out some communications in the next few days. But is there any interest initially in the NISBA conference in New York City? Typically, it's in October.
It's outstanding. I've attended 2 of them and I highly recommend it. I would say especially for a newer member. So much information if you can do it. Really anyone who's going to be there. I think it'd be a waste of district funds on me just because this is my last year. But it's so informative.
It is.
You went
Yeah.
once too.
What date is it? Do we know?
I have
It's a
not
few
seen it.
days.
End of October.
Yeah,
End of October?
And
I
every
can
year
do
it's
that too.
someplace different. So I went to one in Buffalo and one in
Rochester.
Rochester. So it changes every year. So if New York City isn't where you want to be,
Sounds like fun. No?
you can wait a year and go to another location, when it's. at
I
another
don't
location.
mind going. I'm good with New York. I just need the dates.
Yep, I can probably get that for you really fast.
And it can be at a later date.
Well, not
Or does
that,
it have to be right now?
we don't, nope, doesn't have to be decided right now. It's just, it does fill up. So the sooner you know,
yeah,
the better.
Next couple, 3 weeks, I would think.
I would next couple, 3 days, as long as I can.
Give you the information.
Thank you.
I'll look for it. for
Can
some
2
reason.
people go, Lynn? You and me, New York?
That's a good count.
Yes,
It's October 24th through the 26th.
thank you.
Catherine.
It's like a New York Hilton Midtown.
The whole board can go. I've seen entire boards
Oh,
there
yeah.
before.
Administrators?
I've seen
Yes.
superintendents, you know.
Superintendents, yeah.
Or bed and breakfast.
Superintendents? I don't have to go alone, I'm fun.
Okay, we'll get that information out and we'll see if we can narrow that down a little bit.
Mhm.
I talked with Bernie Monday. And we had, I think, a good conversation, and he is interested in doing a daily 2 or 3 days a week with us until we find someone to fill his positions. I would love to have him get started on Wednesday, or Tuesday, I'm sorry, July 7th, when we come back from the 4th of July break. There's a lot going on, a lot of transportation issues that need to be taken care of, reports that need to go in. It's a little premature for routes, but there are a number of other issues that are pending at this point in time. So my understanding is that you had indicated an interest in him doing that, and he's set. So with your blessing, I'm going to go ahead and have him start on Tuesday, and we'll get started on some of the transportation things. He's also cleaning out that office and going to be moving to the bus garage for the transportation end of it. The other side of that is that the transportation position was approved by civil service today. So we've got a green light to go ahead with that. So I'd like to go ahead and start advertising for that so that we can get that position filled and Bernie can work with that person for a while. Because if you get somebody in there that doesn't know the district, routing is going to be extremely difficult, and that's going to be a mess come the first few days of school. So I'd like to get that person on board as quick as we can.
Absolutely.
Do we have to do a contract with him?
With Bernie,
Yeah.
he alluded to an agreement or a recognition that had been, that the board had put together, but yeah, he's going to
I
need.
don't remember.
There's
It's
one to
possible.
extend for 1 year before, I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll check that out. And what we'll need is an agreement of some description, because we're going to need a basis to pay. But we'll put that together. I want to get your Quaker assent first, that was okay. So we'll get that, the i's dotted and t's crossed, and we'll get that to you. So it'll be ready to be approved on the 27th when we get together.
A per diem contract?
A per
or-
diem
Okay.
contract, yep.
And then when we do a transportation coordinator, he would onboard as part of that contract, he would onboard the new transportation coordinator.
Yeah, I think he's going to do that.
He's willing to
We'll
do
work with that, because I think that would be invaluable if he could do that. We had, I think some of you, if not all of you, received a letter from a parent regarding summer school transportation. Looked into that today, spent quite a bit of time looking into that today. And what I found out was that in those that have been here for a long period of time, clerical as well as administrative, only recall one time when we have provided transportation during summer school. And that was for a student who had an IEP. There were a lot of circumstances associated with that, but the bottom line is it was a youngster with an IEP, had to have the transportation. That's the only exception that has been made. And while I'm sympathetic to the request, I did read the letter, and I'm sympathetic to the request. It's a, the work conflict makes it difficult to get the youngster in here. But that is also true of probably 80% of the other parents who have work obligations as well, and are somehow managing to get their children in here. So while I'm sympathetic to the request, the difficulty is if you do it for one, you do it for all. I mean, that's the way it would have to be. And I think you've had a long established protocol here of not providing it for any circumstances other than a special education IEP. And my recommendation would be that you would adhere to that. So. Liberty Partnership. You're going to see a resolution in your agenda that is going to dissolve the relationship with the community schools program through SUNY Binghamton. It's a program that did not work and is being severed at this particular point in time. However, the administration has been working with Liberty Partnership, and Dave Daniels particularly had been working with it. He had experienced it at Sus Valley, was very enthused about it. I have seen it in districts that were around me be very, very successful. And that is being,
It's one way to get out of the meeting.
tells me I'm supposed to be a board meeting, right? So that's the plan for the sort of backfilling the community piece. The monies for that have been set aside, as I understand it, talking with Mark today, in the, I believe it's the federal program, ARP, the ARP program. So the monies are there for 3 years, and then an assessment can be made by the district as to whether they wish to continue. There are also a number of grants, funding grants, which is how Sus Valley paid for the majority of that particular program. There is a local obligation to make sure that you've got a dog in the fight, but there are ways to supplement that. So my recommendation would be that we continue to look at that and finalize that at the 27th meeting on the 27th. We should have something much firmer for you, but just wanted you to know where we were and what the background was.
I just have a question about Catherine, the community school coordinator, had that room and she had all that stuff in there. That's ours, like that's staying there? For
Yes,
use
that's
with,
correct.
with the new program?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if Liberty would be able to absorb that. However, the clothing and everything that was in the room would remain with the district. We'll have to work with our people personnel teams to figure out how we can, the entire district could have access to that. I don't have a plan for that right now, nor have we talked about it as an admin team.
Okay.
With Liberty, do we have documentation and stuff to look at regarding like their mission, their
The kinds of
rationale,
programs.
the
We'll
kind
get
of
that for you.
programs, the personnel, their objectives,
Mhm.
their deliverables, how we're gonna meet them, how we're gonna be trained for the administration to use them. You know, it concerns me that we're losing the relationship with Binghamton University versus, you know, our local partner, our sister school that supports a lot of, you know, our own people in our own town. So I just would like to see the difference in the money, and like you mentioned, the grants that are available and what our pocket cost would be is important to me. And with the decision that you recommended regarding the person with the transportation, I know that our community school resource person would be somebody we could reach out to work on carpooling or to make a connection or find gas cards. Are there anything available that's left over from our community schools resource person that potentially can help support a carpool or something like that, or maybe other staff personnel that can pick that up to help aid this community member, which that was a community school rationale deliverable, is something similar to that. So not having that community school relationship, I understand if that's what we're choosing to do, but we're losing that opportunity to support that family right now until we make that decision with Liberty. There's a void with leaving one and not having the other, you know, in between while we make those decisions.
Mhm.
So I'm just hoping maybe we can look for somebody in our district to maybe find some kind of carpooling or do what Stephanie used to do.
Christine, so for the middle school program, once the students get here, I mean, like right now, if you had a child that was coming to summer school, I couldn't tell you, well, Mary has a child too, and you guys live near each other, so you can carpool. But once the kids are here and they see each other,
Mhm.
then there's discussions about, you know, can you guys get together and carpool with each other? And we have families that do that every single year.
Okay,
So,
well, that's good news, you know,
Yes,
because
so
again, that
we do that.
relationship is really
yeah,
important.
we do that on our own.
That's perfect, then. Yeah, I just feel badly for that person not getting that support.
I'd just like to add also that all the support that came from community schools in regards to funding, that was absorbed by the district. So far as district gas cards, Erin is in possession, or somebody in district offices
Oh,
now
cool.
in possession of those. So how they're allocated is up to the board and the superintendent.
Thank you, guys, thank you.
And the last thing I have is, you're gonna get later on, I mean, in July or August, an MOA. No, I'm sorry, you've already got it on there. That's on the agenda already. It's a nurse's MOA. And what it has to deal with is, last year, the first MOA was signed with the nurses in the district, and it dealt with the length of day and the time frame as it kind of relates to COVID. And since we're not just sure what's going on with COVID, we'd like to extend that MOA for another year, just to make sure we've got our bases covered and everything is taken care of. So that's what that's about. I didn't know what you know and what you don't know, so that's what that's all about.
That's on the agenda when?
It's no,
5:09.
it's done.
That's it. Nice quiet day.
Sounds good.
Did you want to address that further, Lynn?
No, I just, I don't remember, I must have skimmed over that when I was looking at this.
If you want to take a minute, I believe it's exactly the same as what we approved last year. It just changes the start time of the day. Is that right? Just changes the start time?
So they're not here through dismissal like they used to be. Is that what the change was?
I think so.
Thanks, Kathy.
It does impact negatively the elementary. Because they leave before dismissal.
Right. And I remember sending people from parent pickup over there, so.
But we had resolved with this previous superintendent that if there was an issue, we'd have to call 911.
Okay.
If there was an issue.
And this is gonna be a place for the whole school year next year, or?
Yes. This year, and then at that stage of the game, my understanding is the regular contract opens up, and so that would be a part of the discussions.
Are you okay with it, or should we revisit this in a few months?
Well, she said it negatively impacts elementary, so I think we need to do something, or at least have further discussion.
Well, it's definitely a concern. I didn't
Yeah.
know about it last time until it had already been approved.
Yep.
So the discussion, it was a moot point. But it definitely concerns me not having a nurse on campus when we still have students.
Anywhere on campus.
Yeah,
So
thanks for,
all
sorry.
But I don't think
buildings?
I don't think that, I don't know the level of impact it has on middle and high school.
Well, it pushed the start time back for middle school and high school to 7:40, which is when staff has to arrive or can arrive at the latest point. Our nurse does not do that. However, if she is no longer here and we hire somebody else and they fill this role, it's really detrimental that if we go back to normal and we have 300 kids in the activity area from 7:10 to 7:38, and we have no nurse here till 7:40, or in the high school, cafeteria waiting to go to class. It's a little concerning.
And this is based on a school and start change from COVID. So we're not going to go back to normal for fall at this point, or should we revisit that, or?
I think the times, do they line more up with the teacher contract?
You tell me what
believe-
number it is, so I can just.
Yeah.
5.9, I believe.
5.9.
So Drew, are you saying that the nurse used to be here at 7:10 till,
The nurse used to be here earlier than 7:40. I can't give you an exact start time, and I thought I'd have to go back and look at a previous contract. I thought that the lead nurse, because there's a little extra stipend with that, had some extra time to be on campus.
okay, and why did we change it to 7:40 for?
When we changed the start time last
We
year.
changed the start from last year.
But we're starting at regular time this year, correct?
Yes.
So then why
Yes.
wouldn't we update this to our,
Let me give Chris a call
Okay.
and find out what the scoop is. And what we'll do is we will talk, we're having a meeting early next week. We'll talk, I'll get the concerns of the principals. And we give Chris a call, our labor relations person,
Thank you.
and we can discuss that.
So pull that
Okay.
up. We'll table
All right.
it. We'll
Yeah.
table
So we
that.
could, we
Yeah,
should
just
table
just
that,
table
yeah.
kind of jumped around, so we'll come back to that. So are you done with your report?
I am done.
Awesome, okay. Mine, half of it he already covered. The other half was the annual board workshop. I proposed it 2 falls ago, and then, we didn't do it. So I would like to, it's actually called annual board retreat, but Lynn is so against the retreat word, because NISBA puts it on. And so we're calling it workshop. And I wanted to know if the board would support having that workshop so that I could start working towards getting dates that work, and we could discuss what we want the content to be.
Yeah, I think it would be
It's like
great.
board
It'd
roles
be-
and response. Actually, you're more familiar with it. Do you
No,
want to just?
the only thing that I would say is it would be a great idea, I think, to have NISBA come in, set the table. NISBA does great training, you know, they do, I think, better training than the superintendent's group. They're very, very good. They don't waste your time. They come in with good information. So my thought is, if they were to come in and really kind of set the table in terms of the responsibilities, the roles, and then that's going to generate a lot of questions on your part. And then I think we can get together following that, and we'll have a basis for pretty good discussion in terms of how we want to go forward. One of the things you can take the opportunity for an interim is to set a direction and begin to set a vision for the district. And when a new superintendent comes in, they can begin to pick that up and then move with you. And so I think it would be good if we could get something even toward the end of July, first part of August.
I've been in touch with.
Although it looks like that's going to be tough to do.
That's gonna be tough. I was in touch previously with Jamie, I believe his name is Jamie McPherson at NISBA,
Mhm.
and he's my contact there. So I guess I'll just start by seeing what his availability is and then reach out to the board and try to get collective availability. And then part two of this is, do we want to do a half day or a full day?
Why don't you look into what it's gonna
Days,
look like,
yeah.
and then we'll make that
Okay.
decision.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, so I will.
I have
reach out.
Fridays off in the summer, is what I said for that.
Okay, very good. 5.1, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the following probationary appointments. Brenna Weir, tenure area speech and hearing handicapped, date of commencement of service on probation, September 1, 2021. Date of end of probationary service, subject to education law 3012, August 31st, 2025. Certification status permanent, salary step 1, 53,938 per CFTA contract. We have a motion, please.
Motion?
Thank you, Mary.
Second.
Thank you, Christine. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
and Christine Webb.
Hi,
Motion passed.
congratulations.
Yes.
She's on Zoom, so she can hear you.
Welcome, Brenna. 5.2. On recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the following probationary appointments. Jennifer White, tenure area, mathematics 712. Date of commencement of service on probation, September 1, 2021. Date of end of probationary service, subject to education law 3012, August 31, 2025. Certification status professional, salary 59,451, step 8. Have a motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second?
Thank you, Mary. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
and Christine Webb.
Welcome, Jennifer. 5.3. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the following probationary appointments. Sarah, is it Rakowski? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Tenure area mathematics 712. Date of commencement of service on probation, September 1, 2021. Date of end of probationary service, subject to education law 3012, August 31st, 2025. Certification status initial, salary $61,127, step 10. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second?
Thank you, Mary. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
and Christine Webb.
Hi,
Motion passed. Welcome, Sarah. 5.4, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the following probationary appointments. Clark and Connie Kretz. tenure area, students with disabilities, grades 1 through 6. Date- Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Date of commencement of service on probation,
This is all me.
no problem, September 1, 2021. Date of end of probationary service, subject to education law 3012, August 31st, 2025. Certification status pending, salary per CFTA contract.
Motion.
Thank you, Lynn.
Second.
Thank you, Mike. Discussion?
Do we have any idea when the pending will be non-pending?
Maybe at the end of the summer.
End of the summer?
July.
The Connie's right
Oh,
there.
July, July. Thank you, congratulations.
Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much. I'm very excited. I can see why.
Excellent. Yeah. 5.5, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to accept the letter of resignation from Colleen O'Malley as attached.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Hi.
Motion passed. Okay, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to accept 5.6 through 5.8 as attached.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thanks, Lynn. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Hi.
Motion passed. 5.9. On recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to table 5.9 memorandum of agreement for Article 17 school nurses.
Motion.
Thanks, Mike.
Second.
Thanks, Christine. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Hi.
Okay, motion passed. Tabled. All right. On recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve 6.1 through 6.8 as attached.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thanks, Mary. Discussion?
I'm sorry, what are we?
Oh, yes, 6.1 through 6.8.
I'm just curious on, oh, sorry. Any
Okay.
discussion yet?
Yeah, we're at discussion. You're good.
Tina Caswell, we had a contact with her.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I just realized I know her. And I remember seeing that name on there.
For about 2 years or so, we have a student who's nonverbal who she's helping us with the communication device. She's excellent.
Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. So there's nothing, no. All right, 8.1. And 8.2, information only. Yeah, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve 8.3 through 8.8 as attached.
Motion.
Thanks, Mike.
Second.
Thanks, Lynn. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Barbara.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Hi.
Okay, motion passed. 9.1, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the Board of Education minutes from June 10, 2021 Board of Education meeting as attached.
Motion.
Thank you, Lynn.
Second.
Thanks, Mary. Discussion? Roll call.
Amy O'Brien,
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
I'm gonna abstain, I did not read them.
Motion passed. Do not apologize. 10.1, motion for consideration of executive session to discuss collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14 of the Civil Service Law and matters leading to the creation of a particular position.
Motion.
Thanks, Mike.
Second.
Mary. Discussion?
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. I don't believe we're going to be taking any action tonight when we return. So when we come back to reconvene in open session, we will be adjourning the meeting. Good night, everyone.